All right, what's up, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. We're taking a look at ticker symbol WISH, okay, WISH, and I do viewer requests every single week. So if you have any stocks you want me to chart up for you, give you some technical analysis on, let me know in the comments below, okay? So we're going to start off looking here at the daily chart, and we can see we had highs of $15. We're currently sitting right at $2, okay, down over 85%. Um, on Wish. Okay, so it's been really tough, brutal time. There's a very big daily gap up to 983. And these fill about 90 to 95% of the time historically in the stock market. It's just a matter of when, right? And certain market conditions need to be met. We're trading below all of the simple moving averages right now, the 50, the 100, the 200. Okay, we are starting to try to reclaim these as support, okay, and start trading above, but they are acting as some resistance right now. So that's where I want to start off. Okay. So not telling anybody to buy right now and hold forever, this is going to be some great return. But eventually when we do come back up to fill the gap, it's gonna be offering about 350% returns, right? So you may have to wait a year, 2 years, a couple years for the gap fill to happen, right? It may take 5 years for the next bull market cycle and Wish, or it may take sooner, right? You can't predict the future, but we're going to go ahead and zoom in now. All right. We're going to take a look at our 1 hour chart here. And there's a few things I want to show you guys. Okay. So going back to gaps. Okay. We have two 1 hour gaps down. Okay. We have one here and we have one here. I'm going to be looking for the price action, right, to slowly start being drawn towards this, right? That's kind of what I'm expecting to see, in the future, right? But we still are on a very nice rally. Okay, went from lows of 1.2 all the way up here to $2. So really nice rally. Okay, we'll take a look at that real quick, and we'll show you guys. That was about a 65% rally and that we had here within the last month on Wish, okay, just within the last 3 weeks. So really interesting to see that. We're going to see if that momentum can continue, okay? So the bearish divergence is going to be this line right here. This is clearly an uptrend line, right? And then this is clearly a downtrend line. What happens is once you start seeing stock price action making higher highs, okay, we have 1, 2, 3 higher highs there, and we have 1, 2, 3 lower highs here on the RSI, okay? That's a sign that we may see some bearishness in the near term future. Okay. And if you look, when we hit those levels, we dropped. All right. We had a drop here, we had a pullback here, we hit that level, and then we had a very hard drop yesterday, but it recovered very nicely as well. Okay. So we're going to see, is that momentum going to continue? Or are we going to fall down and hit these bearish gaps below down to about 163 and 182? All right. We'll zoom in even further and let's just go to like the 5-minute chart real quick. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up and find our major resistance levels, right? Our bullish price targets for Wish. Okay. So we're going to use the Fibonacci's. All right. We have our swing high, swing low from that day. Okay. And then we're going to go to the fibs and put our swing high and swing low for this day onto there. All right. So now this is going to give us resistance levels up above where the price action is wanting to go. Okay. So, if the way I'd work it out with the Fibonacci's is the blue line is the breakout and the green are the bullish price targets, right? For you to take profit at. Okay. So our first breakout level is going to be at 205. And then we have a larger breakout at 207. And above there, we're going to be looking to hit 209, 212, 215, 218. And above 218, we could come up here to about the 230 to 240 price levels. Okay, so that's going to be really interesting to see. And then we are going to go ahead and put up our support levels. Okay, so we had a nice support level here, and then we have a nice little support level here. All right, those are our two lows from our swing highs. All right. So now what we can do is we can come in here and use this to kind of create a demand zone. All right. Because we can see here, really this rally started right about here. This is the support for it. Okay. So we're going to go and draw a box there. All right. And then we're going to put it to our lows of this low here, our low support level here. All right. So now our chart is going to look like this. Okay. So now we can come into the day prepared. Okay, and we'll extend this over a little bit so it goes into the next day. And we know using the chart that we just drew up, we know that this is an area of demand where buyers are stepping in and pushing the stock price action higher. Okay, so now if we want to go long on ticker symbol wish, right, what we could do is we could wait for it to drop back into demand, see if we find support and push back out of demand, right? If we do that, these are going to be my entry levels right here. But if we break these, right, this is basically our demand zone. If we break here and there's no demand, then likely we're going to start heading towards this gap down. Okay. And you can do the same thing kind of to create a little bit of a supply zone, right? We kind of already have our targets here. We have this one here and this one here. What I would do is come right here and we'll put our box at the top of here. Okay. And if we look, this right here seems to be our supply zone. Okay. Because yesterday we got rejected here at this level. This is where we sold off at, right? Or 2 days ago, we got rejected here, rejected here. All right. We came up into this supply zone. What we'll do is we'll change this to red now. Okay, so we'll go to the little light pink box. We'll go hit more, HSL 50. So it's a little bit see-through so you guys can see it. Okay, and see your candlesticks. All right, and now we have some valid, a demand zone right here. Okay, we have a supply zone right here. All right, and we have our major resistance levels. It's going to be right here, and right here. Okay, and then our major support levels going to be here, here, and here. And then this is going to be our dead zone. Okay, this is where you're going to want to not be trading the stock, right? You're going to want to look for possible long entries here if we hold support, and if we break below here, then that would be your stop loss, right? And if we come up into here, then you would look to possibly be shorting it, right? And maybe get some put options. Okay. The thing is, if we break past our 205 and our 207 level, okay, then you would have to have a stop loss right above your 207, maybe right around 209, 208 as your stop loss for shorts, right? Because we've seen that we've come in this area before, and there was an imbalance of supply orders, and that imbalance of supply orders is driving the price back down into our demand. Okay, we come back up into this supply zone here where there's this imbalance of supply. We drop back down into demand where we rally again. Okay, so for the short term, 188 to 207 is going to be our range. You want to look for entries between 188 and 191 to go long with a stop loss below 188, and to go short you want to look for entries right around I'd say about 202 up to 207, and with a stop loss above 207. So basically, if it comes in here, you can look for it and short down to this area right here. And if we come in this area right here, you can look to potentially long it up to this area right here. Okay. So really that's going to be your intraday and kind of day trade thesis for Wish right now. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. And if you learned anything new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, I do those viewer requests, so let me know any strategies, tickers you guys want me to analyze next. And if you want a little bit more of a tutorial, okay, on some of the strategies I just used in this video, I've got a few right here. Okay, I've got one on the Fibonacci's and how to set your Fibonacci's up the way that I do. I have one on supply and demand. Okay, how to essentially get these zones here for entries and exits. I got a video on gaps, and I have a video on RSI divergences. Okay, so click one of those or watch them all.